Homelessness is a trap. Once you get into it, it's almost impossible to get out of it on your own. You definitely need help.
Finding work is the hardest part because a lot of people judge and assume that we're all drug addicts or violent or we do nothing but bad. So it's hard to find a job once they find out you live at the homeless shelter. I've lost a couple jobs because they found out I stayed here. And at that point I was really close to getting a place, and then the job fired me because they found out I lived here.
My mom and my stepdad ran out of savings. My mom beat up my stepdad and they split up and dropped me off. I got dropped off at a homeless shelter at the Boise Rescue Mission. And I've been homeless since then.
They're not all drug addicts here, and they're not all deadbeat dads. They're here because they made some bad decisions, and now they're trying to correct them. A lot of them are.
I did call several agencies in the Treasure Valley, especially the VA, since I'm a vet, and they said they really couldn't help me unless I was homeless for a year, steady, or for 3 years intermittently. So that's their definition of homelessness. You have to go live on the street for a year before they can help you.
But there's so many homeless, and there are so few homes that there's no flow.
Right.
So everything gets backed up. And right now in Boise, we have shelters, and they're all filled.
Right.
And you know, once you start crowding people in, you lose your ability to help.
I was homeless about 3 years ago, and I started researching on the internet solutions to homelessness.
We call it the tiny house program, where homeless people are not being told what to do. They get together, they live in these very tiny houses, and they run their own lives.
Tiny homes and tiny home communities have been put together in other states, and they're working fine.
Well, Boise is unique because it doesn't have any affordable housing.
Getting tiny homes approved in Idaho is similar to other states. Living in an RV is illegal across the country.
Hopefully, in the future, the people will meet, and the city will recognize the need and change some of these codes that prevent tiny houses from existing.
It's an easy, inexpensive way to house the homeless without any taxpayer funds.
They're citizens of our state. They're human beings. They're people who are having difficulties.
Right.
And we either say, good luck to you, see you around, or we try to help them.
And I know that Boise is one of the most compassionate cities in the country. And there are people that would love to solve this problem and help with this problem. And you can by just giving your skills, your abilities, and your knowledge to the program of making micro-communities in Boise. So I'm dreaming big with tiny houses, because for $5,000, we can house a homeless person. If you leave a homeless person on the street, they cost the taxpayers $40,000 per year. If you house them, it's less than $10,000 per year. The mission of Idaho Tiny House is to provide a shelter with a bed and a door to lock, so that people will feel safe. And then they can start working on their other problems like addictions and jobs and whatever other problems that people may have that help them become homeless.